We are being joined by Yusuf Erim from Istanbul, who is the editor-at-large at TRT World. Welcome to the broadcast, Yusuf.
Thanks, Shivan.
Happy to have you here again. Yusuf, Erdogan has been leading since 20 years, but things are genuinely seeming tough this time around. What are his chances of returning for another term?
Well, when we look at the polls right now, it looks like it's definitely neck and neck, and this is probably going to be the toughest challenge of his 21-year career. The opposition seems very cohesive, 6 parties together, and one candidate that they're all supporting. And generally, the polls show both candidates underneath the 50% threshold for the first round. And the most recent polls show both candidates at 49% each for the second round. So that just to give you an idea how close it is. And Erdogan, he's been working hard. He's been hitting the road. He had some health issues, some stomach flu last week. But besides that, he's been hitting his rallies. Rallies have been jam-packed for him, but also the opposition as well. They've been rallying. They've been meeting with their supporters. So it's going to be a very exciting final 10 days before voters finally hit the ballot box and decide who Turkey's next president is going to be.
Yusuf, let's talk about the other side now. Kılıçdaroğlu, whose chances are equally fair because it's really neck to neck here. With the support of all the parties coming together behind him, and with him rather, he's coming in with some big promises, legal and regulatory changes for the Turkish diaspora, better pension payments. The question is, do you think promises will be enough to tilt it towards his side?
Well, we have to remember he has a very eclectic group in his opposition alliance, 6 parties, many different views. You have left-wing parties, you have nationalist right-wing parties, you have conservative Islamist right-wing parties, you also have a left-wing Kurdish party as well. So we shouldn't call that in the table of 6, but supporting them from the outside. So this very eclectic group, sometimes it's hard to be very cohesive. And when we look at some of the promises that Kılıçdaroğlu has made, of course, it's going to take time. After 20 years of having Erdogan at the top, of having one political party at the top, any type of change in administration is going to have some pushback on the institutional level for some time being. Many of these changes over the past 20 years have been very, very ingrained. So some of these promises probably are wishful thinking and just election rhetoric, but it does seem that some of these promises that he might be able to follow through on as well.
Thank you, Yusuf, for joining in on the broadcast. That was Yusuf Erim from Istanbul, who is editor-at-large at TRT World.